Japan Celebration took the cake for best con of the year for me, not because of the con, but the whole package experience. I never really did Whatnot. I always talk crap about Whatnot because my brother used to use it. I'm like, that's dumb. I'm not gonna go on there and live buy stuff. That's stupid. The Whatnot community, the Star Wars community there is amazing. I've been working hard on YouTube for 3 years, and for Hayden Christensen to, as he's signing that card, to say he saw my channel and he seemed impressed just because that memory, the chosen one saying like he saw my channel. It's crazy.
Hey guys, it's Jedi Lex, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Tatooine, where I bring on different collectors to talk about how their love of Star Wars originated, as well as take a look at and chat about their collections. And today is a very special episode because we have our first returning guest. We have Tony, Mr. Star Wars Sith himself. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Lex. How you doing?
I'm doing good, can't complain. My first returning guest, one of my good friends, so I'm excited to chat with you. We've had a lot that's changed. I think the last time I had you on was beginning of 2024, so we're almost in
Wow.
2026. It's
Yeah,
been a long time, so
it has. It has been a while, and I'm honored to be the first returning guest. Beat Ricky yet again. Let's go.
we'll get Ricky on. I still got to get BP and Vic, but it's a process. We're gonna get everyone on.
Yeah.
So you were the first, but can you tell us a little bit about your channel, where people can find you at, and things like that?
Yeah, so I run the Star Wars Sith 66 YouTube channel. So you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, whatnot, all the same name. And my channel originally started covering Star Wars Celebration. So that's how it began. But then I started covering all things Star Wars, reactions, video games, cards, unboxings, other conventions. So yeah, that's where you could find me. And if you like Star Wars or conventions, you'll probably find something on there you'll enjoy watching.
Absolutely. And since we've had you on before, there are some starting questions that I usually begin with, but you've already answered them in our past episode. So, since it's been about 2 years, we have gotten some new shows and things like that. So, the only two questions I'll ask is has your favorite show changed since the last time I had you on, and do you have a new favorite character?
Was Ahsoka out when we talked last time? No.
I
So
don't think so.
Ahsoka's my new favorite show, just because it's basically Rebels season 5, and I love Rebels, and like Hayden came back and crushed it. So Ahsoka definitely is my new show, and that's probably the project I'm looking forward to the most next year. Ahsoka season 2. And favorite character is still between Anakin and Maul. That'll never change. It just flip flops depending on like what's out. Like I'm sure when Maul Shadow Lord comes out, I'll be back on my Maul phase. But then when season 2 Ahsoka comes out and we get more Hayden, I'll be back on my Anakin. So Anakin Maul till the day I die.
Heck yeah, they're two great favorite characters, and Ahsoka season one was phenomenal. We got Ahsoka season two coming out next year, so I
Yeah.
literally cannot wait. And Maul Shadow Lord, I think next year is going to be stacked. 2027 seems like it's going to be stacked. I think Star Wars fans are going to be eating real good.
Yeah, it's about time, man. Like we've been waiting. So like come on, just feed us already.
I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry, so got to get those reaction videos out, all those good things.
Yes.
But this year has also been pretty busy, I feel like, for you. There's been a lot of different conventions, and I feel like the convention season is kind of wrapping up. I mean, aside from like Collective Con that I know you're going to and some other local card shows. But this year we had Celebration. I know you went to Nationals, ICCC. We both went to Rebel ScumCon. What has been some of your favorite conventions this year, and maybe some of the favorite people as far as actors or voice actors go that you've met?
So conventions, there's so many good ones. Like ICCC was a blast because of the show, and a bunch of us were there. Rebel Scum Con, the same thing. Great show, great guests, all of us there hanging out. So those kind of have like that secret advantage. But I feel like Japan Celebration took the cake for best con of the year for me, not because of the con, but the whole package experience. Because like Japan, 2 weeks over there, we were all running into each other in a foreign country, which was wild. So I'll definitely say Japan Celebration. The celebration itself was just like every other celebration to me, not really anything special or different, besides the fact It was in Japan, and Japan is amazing, and I miss Japan, and I want to go back so bad.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, maybe I should do a trip like next year. Like there was so much I got to do, but there was so much I didn't get to do. And like granted, we did have like pretty much a good chunk of the trip was celebration. Like there was a few days where we didn't really do anything, but that was the whole point of the trip was to go to
Yeah.
celebration. But it would be nice to go back and not kind of have that obligation of those 3 days and can kind of use them to travel and sightsee a little bit more because I went to some of the major cities, but I feel like there's other parts of Japan too that I want to explore, like Kobe and Okinawa, things like that. So
There
maybe we'll get
is,
there.
but even if I were to go back, like, say if I were to find a cheap trip for a few days, I would literally go do the same things that I did and have the time of my life just because it was just so amazing. Now, granted, yeah, I'd like to go longer and explore, but if I went back and only did the same stuff, I still would love it.
But yeah, I mean, I loved Tokyo. I loved Kyoto. I loved Osaka. Getting to go and just eat the local foods, like I would do it again in a heartbeat. And the 7-Elevens, I miss them
Oh
so
my
bad,
god.
so bad.
Yesterday, I watched my first 2 videos when I went to Japan, the travel vlog, and then, the 7-Eleven, like, 2 a.m. video, and I was like, "Oh, man." I was so mad after it, I'm like, "I'm going to bed. I'm not watching anymore. I'm stuck here." Oh,
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely get back to Japan at some point, and we do have celebration in 2027, but that's 2 years away. So for
bro.
next year, I know that we do have some upcoming, conventions and things that are planned. I know we're both trying to go to nationals, Rebel Scum Con again. What does your convention kind of plan look like for next year? What are
So
some major ones that you're going to try to hit?
So the three mandatory ones is ICCC, National, and Robo ScumCon. And like it's mainly because like it sounds crazy, but like I'm gonna make money at all of them, which is kind of weird because I usually go to conventions to spend money, but ICCC has the room sales and the lobby sales. So all the money I make there is gonna go to photos and autos. So it's kind of like a free trip. Nationals is a new thing, and wait till you experience it because it's literally like celebration level, huge, crowded, crazy, all cards. So Nationals is another monster. And Rebel ScumCon this year, next year, me and Battle Packs we're gonna have a booth, same as you and Vic and at Jungle. So we're gonna be out there vending, which will be cool, like being official vendors, exhibitors for the first time at a show. So those three I'm looking forward to. MegaCon, I kind of want to skip. I kind of want to skip and put all that money and focus towards those other cons unless somebody crazy goes. So we'll see. But for the most part, it's those three plus whatever the secret convention that Mark Hamill is allegedly planning for 2026. Because I got all these Stormtrooper Lukes and I'm trying to get all these bad boys signed by the farm boy in person.
Yeah, I think I would love to go to whatever con it was that Mark went to or is planning to go to because I missed it the last time he went and I know all of you went. It just wasn't in
Yes.
the cards, but this time I need to be prepared to just be able to do a pop-up like last
Yep.
minute when the tickets go, I need to be able to just buy them on the spot and send it cuz last year or was it last year or 2
It
years
was
ago?
last August, Fan Expo
Yeah.
Chicago.
I just was not I was, like, graduating, and there was just no way I could
Yeah.
figure that out, but this year, I wanna be able to, like, put that aside, and honestly, unless MegaCon starts announcing, like, crazy level heat like they did 2 years ago, because I feel like 2 years ago, Star Wars was, like, it. Like,
Yep.
MegaCon was Star Wars, and it was crazy, so unless MegaCon is like that this year, I don't know. Like, I usually do a couple days, but I think I might have to put it to the side, especially if I'm going to try to do nationals, ICCC, Rebel Scum Con. Gotta save the PTO. Gotta get
Yeah.
the money for the hotels, especially nationals. Gotta have enough money to be able to get product to bring to Rebel Scum Con because we're going to be vending, and that's crazy in itself because we've
Yeah.
never vended before. So we've always just been con goers or attendees, whatever it is, and now
Yeah.
we're kind of going to have be on the flip side of it. But I think it's going to be fun. It's going to just be like we're all doing our individual whatnot shows, but just next to each other and in person. It's going to be
Yeah.
crazy. So I'm
Yeah.
super excited.
That experience is gonna be very unique, and I'm looking forward to it. And I might even try to do, like, how a lot of the card YouTube content creators do, and they mount their camera
Mhm.
on the thing and just record it all and then edit it out. I'm gonna see I gotta test my camera because, like, that's like leaving your camera on and running for, like, 10 hours. I gotta see how that works. If I just plug it into the wall, will it work? Will it not mess up? I wanna see how much memory it takes, so I'm gonna test that out before I go, but I think I want to do that because that's just free content from us just being there all day.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because that's the other thing too is I like showing the convention experience, and I think this is going to be a different type of con experience. It's not going to be us just walking around the floor.
Yeah.
Sure, we might be able to step away at times to go get like an autograph quick or whatever, but like it's not going to be the typical con experience. So I'm trying to figure out how I can work in content while still vending. So that's definitely interesting. But I know we'll have very limited access to like power with the booths that we went with, I think.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, no, I'm still planning on getting the same content. I'm gonna be like, yo, BP, watch the table and just dip and go record. So I'm still gonna get my footage for sure. We'll have to just bring like power banks if we want to record like the table all day, like they do in all those card videos. So yeah.
We'll work it out. The logistics will come, but that's definitely very exciting. And so we've got this year's conventions, next year's conventions. We do have, we'll kind of get into the cards and your experience in a minute, but there is a new set that is dropping on December 10th.
Oh
And I know that we already pre ordered some boxes. We've
yes.
got the dates set, the streams and shows are up, so go bookmark those on Whatnot. But I'm very excited. This is my first like actual Galaxy release. And Galaxy, it's funny enough, is what got me into the cards. When you used to do the single show where you would literally run the entire base set, that's what sucked me in 100%. Because during the Series 4 with the Anakins, the Padmes, like all
Yeah.
of those cards, I was like, I'm in it. I'm in it. So I'm very excited for this Galaxy. What are your thoughts on it so far?
So Galaxy's what really put me over the edge. It was like 2 years ago though at ICCC when I learned about all these cards, and I'm like, "What is this stuff?" And then like the next month, Galaxy 24 dropped, and that's when I met BP, and he was on Drip, and I was just buying packs, and it just from there I was getting boxes myself, and that's kind of how I started on Whatnot. I had 400 extra doubles, all 24 Galaxy singles, like 400 of them in a giant box, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? So Galaxy holds a special place in my heart, but just the cards are just so beautiful. It's just they're just literally a majority of them are just art prints, but on a card. Almost the whole set is that. So I'm very excited, and it's gonna be crazy because it's just so popular. It sells so well. There's a lot of great single, dual, triple, quad autos. There's gonna be gorgeous sketches. There's gonna be gorgeous inserts. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The only problem is just gonna be finding it and finding it at a good price after it drops.
Yeah, GameStop gonna be making my rounds, but I'm sure they're gonna limit it just like they did with Chrome. But I don't know how much they're even really gonna get of it. So
I know, I know. I remember when Galaxy dropped, they had it, and back then, I remember they didn't really know about release dates. So I know when Galaxy 24 dropped, BP went to like 10 GameStops the day before and got 19 boxes before release date
oh my
because
god.
they were just out or he just asked for it and they brought it out. I don't think it'll be like that now, but it should be at GameStops. I'm just curious, what are they gonna charge? Because with Chrome, they went a little OD at first.
Yeah, and then it sucked because literally a week later they dropped the price, like
Yeah, like
pretty
50.
significantly.
Yeah,
So if you went out and got all the product at that one price, then the price dropped. It just very hard to stay competitive. But I think Galaxy, at least that first week, I'm not going to try to go too crazy and like stock up on boxes, but I want to get just enough to be able to have for that first week and then
yeah.
hopefully just assume that it's going to drop in price. But with Galaxy, I don't know. And it's tough to say. It's tough to say. I don't know.
It is, and, like, when I was making the checklist, and you probably saw it too, I saw pretty much 84 or 85 of the 100 cards. They're gorgeous, and a lot of them are prints I've never seen, like, one with Leia holding the saber. I'm like,
Hmm.
"Yo, that is fire, I've never seen that." So, it's gonna blow people away when you start pulling them. and especially when you start pulling them numbered or like the 101, they're gonna look even nicer. It's gonna be trouble.
Well, that's why I liked them too, is because I had gotten into collecting the art prints, but obviously with wall space, it's tough. And then you can put them in like a portfolio, but then you don't really like, you'd have to actually go take it out to go look through them and see them. But with the cards, they're literally the art prints, like
Yep.
the same exact art prints that the artists sell, you're getting on the card. And then it just says Galaxy at the bottom. They're so easy to display. Put them in a binder, can look at 6 of them at a time or 9 of them at a time, like, and just flip through it. But yeah, when I was making the checklist for this one, like there is some insane heat.
I
Like,
know.
oh, and some of the cards I actually have as prints already because I've gotten them from some of the artists. Especially there was
Yeah.
one guy that was at Orlando, I think, or MegaCon, Brent Woodside.
Oh, yeah, he's
Him
got a
and his
bunch.
girl, they've
Yeah.
got a bunch of stuff in there. But yeah, the art absolutely insane. The Anakins, the Ahsokas. There's a ton of Clone Wars in there as well. I
Yeah.
am so beyond excited. Some of them I couldn't find, but like the vast majority, they're on like the Acme website and like the archives and things like that. So
Yeah.
you could 100% just copy and paste it into your browser and find the art. It's crazy.
I
Very
know.
excited.
I cannot wait. I'm hoping my Tops order gets here early because my buddy, when he pre-ordered a one box of Chrome, it got delivered the day before release day. So if that happens, that's gonna be crazy. And then I'm hoping I could get a sealed case from my shop on release day because I want to do a crazy full case break just to see 12 boxes ripped at once.
Sheesh, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot. If it
Yeah.
comes early, are you gonna dome it, or are you just gonna go live and break
So
it?
I might do both. I might dome one, but I hope I pick the one with the auto if there's an auto. So I'll probably dome one and then I'll probably just go live and just auction off packs and be like, "Hey, good luck. I got it early." But there's going to be other people that are going to get it early. So even if I get it early, I'll still probably be late to the game.
Yeah. Well, didn't you get for Chrome? You got some of the blaster boxes early, or
Release
was
day.
release day?
Oh, no, no, no. Didn't I get I got an Amazon blaster the day before and I went live and I pulled the Jackie graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool, but like not enough to go like do a stream worth.
Oh yeah, I mean the box is only a few packs, so I mean they
Yeah.
probably would have gone, but it was cool to kind of see those ripped before they actually technically dropped.
Yep. Yeah.
You did send me a few pictures kind of your updated collection, and if you guys are interested to see what his collection looked like prior, go check out the old video. I'll have it linked down below, but as we've mentioned, he's recently got more into cards, collecting, and things like that. So his collection has kind of shifted a little bit and is more card and autograph focused, it feels. But the first one out of the gate, we've got your Shin Baddie collection, Shin
Yes.
Hottie, all on display. Tell me about it.
So the reason I started to because I kind of wanted to PC somebody, right? Personally collect somebody, and Anakin and Maul, their older, nicer cards are too expensive. So it's like I didn't want to do that. Shin, you could get for pretty good prices. She's beautiful. She was great in Ahsoka. So I was like, F it, I'll just PC her cards. And they look really, really good together. So that's kind of why I did the Shin display case. And with Chrome 2025 there were so many variants. Like the first two rows are all Chrome 25, and then the bottom two are a mixture of hyperspace, galaxy, black Chrome, masterwork, Mayo, and high tech. So I just love how it came out. This case I got off Amazon, so I need to order another one just to put other stuff in it. But I love how the display looks and it's just clean.
And I love all the sketches at the bottom. And I know some of them
Yeah.
are like custom, but regardless, they all look phenomenal together. And then having them in the Mag Pro with your logo at the top,
The Mag Pro is the seal, man. It just looks
that's
so
just
clean.
yeah, that's too good, too good. And then you do have, aside from your Shin collection, some of your main hitters, I feel like, as far as autographs, a ton of really good sketches, and I believe some of those are Mayos, right?
Yeah, so this is a mix here. This is just a bunch of like heat that I got in Mag Pro. So like there's the two Bixes on the left. The top one's out of five, national exclusive. So that's like a big boy. The hyperspace out of 99. Then we got the two Stormtrooper Lukes, which I have just to get signed by Mark. Then we go into the next two Padme sketches are Tracy Easter Day. The next three sketches are all Mayo sketches, which are not easy to pull at all whatsoever. And then in the middle row, you got the six living set cards, the Battle Droid, Ezra, Cyril, Bo-Katan, Omega, and the Sun all got signed by the actors at Rebel Scum Con. So that's kind of my new thing. I'm going away from plaques because cards are just easier to transport and they're smaller. So so now I'm just getting, and I'm trying to do all living set cards if there is a living set card for that person, just so once they're all done, imagine a whole display case like that Shin case, but all living set cards, all signed, and I'll have like a memory with each one because I met all of them at a different show. So those. That last one in that middle row, dual auto from Mayo out of 10, Sabine and Ezra. So I pulled that off of a random eBay Japan Mayo box, which was crazy. And then the bottom row, we got the first two Galaxy cards signed by Hayden in person in Japan. And it was great seeing him over there. I remember when I was in line about to get my auto, his handler, who was one of the handlers, Doug, I believe he works for Official Picks or maybe Repop. He recognized me and he was like, Tony, I love watching your podcast. And then when he said that out loud, Hayden was signing something for the person in front of me. Hayden stopped signing, looked up at me, and said, "Oh, you made it!" And it was just such a crazy moment. Like, he's like, "Oh, my boy's here. What's up?" It was just crazy. So those memories will forever be locked in with those two cards right there. Um, and then the next two Japan Mayo posters, that first one is the and you were there for that. That first one is the Phantom Menace poster. We pulled that in the food court in a mall in Japan, and that was the first poster that anybody ever seen because the set was brand new, and we were all like, "Ooh, what is that? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it." So that was those two. The C3PO auto, Anthony Daniels, Jungle pulled that. I bought a loose pack on his stream, pulled me out of 50 Anthony Daniels auto, which was crazy. And then the last two are two Galaxy autos, Wicket and Lars, because they're just beautiful autos.
And those were recent, right? The Wicket was out of that was a recent pull, and then I think you got the Thrawn at the card show, right?
Yeah, it was dirt cheap at the card show for the Thrawn. It was like 40 bucks. I'm like, bro, give me that. And
Like
then, yeah, and then the Wicket, yeah, I bought a box, thought about packing it out and whatnot, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself, and I'm glad that I did.
heck yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And while before we move off of the cards, I mean, you do have in some of your other pictures, like sporadically some cards. What kind of got you into collecting the cards and selling on whatnot? Like, because I think it hasn't been that long. Like, I think it's as of this year that you started on whatnot, started selling, then you kind of now just do this full time. What has that experience been like from kind of start to where you are now?
Makes no sense. It makes no sense to me at all whatsoever. So I learned about the cards last October at ICCC, right? So I've only been in the card game a year, and then I started selling on whatnot. It was the last week of January, and like I mentioned earlier, it was only because I had 400 or 500 doubles of Galaxy, and I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with all these? Like, they're just sitting there. So it started just I downloaded Whatnot specifically for that. I never really did Whatnot. I always talk crap about Whatnot because my brother used to use it. I'm like, that's dumb. I'm not gonna go on there and live buy stuff. That's stupid. That's dumb. I said that for years to my brother, to Nick. I'm like, yo, Whatnot's dumb. Why are you on that? You loser. So I started selling singles and it was like, yo, this is actually fun. And then I made the money back, so I just bought more cards. So then when I had more extras, I kept selling them. And then I started selling cheap packs. And then those cheap packs started to turn into boxes. And then we started to do some breaks. And then we got into some more higher end boxes. And I just kept doing it whenever I had free time. Cause it was like just a lot of fun. You know how it is. It's just vibing, hanging out. The Whatnot community, the Star Wars community there is amazing. So I just kept doing it, and after 4 or 5 months of consistently doing it, I was like, "Yo, I'm making more money here than at my retail job why am I going to work today for 8 hours to this retail job when I could literally go on Whatnot for 2 hours and make more than I would in 8 hours? It just got to the point where it didn't make time. It didn't make sense for me to keep working my regular job, and I took a big risk, and then I quit in May to go full time on Whatnot, and I was terrified. Oh, that first month, I was like, man, this I was terrified, but it paid off, and it's been nonstop, consistently growing since then. And like, I'm super comfortable financially. Like everything's paid for, roof over my head. I'm not worried about nothing. Way less stress because I wake up and I'm at work. I don't gotta go to my retail job worrying about these kids not doing their job, calling out, people coming in stealing, customers complaining about the stupid price. Like, no, I am chilling, drama free, stress free, streaming, napping, streaming, doing what I want when I want. It's like a different level of happiness, and I'm just fortunate that it all worked out. And I never thought this was never on the bingo cards to go full time and just do Whatnot, but it worked out, and a lot of it is because of YouTube, building a community on YouTube, a brand on YouTube. People like trust me, they know me, and it was funny. The first few months, people would come and stream, be like, "I think I've seen your videos before." It was crazy. So using YouTube and Instagram to like funnel traffic in has helped me, and thank God, like it's been good, and it's going great.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the saying that if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life is 100% valid. And
It's true. It's
yeah,
true.
it's Tony is a living example of it. And he, yeah, all the time he's like, I'm working right now. We're like, bro, that's crazy. And it is crazy because there are some that like streams where, I mean, I make more in an hour and a half than I do my entire 12-hour shift. And it's
it's
crazy to me. But
it's
I,
yeah.
it, I don't know. It is wild, but I put so much time into nursing that, like, I mean, it would be nice to just be like PRN or work occasionally and then just do this, but it's definitely a grind, and I have so much fun doing it. Like, sometimes I look at the clock and I'm like, oh shit, like I thought I was on for like 15, 30 minutes. It's been like almost 2 hours, but like we're
Yeah.
just talking, having fun, ripping packs. Like the time just flies. And the community, you're right. The card community is so different than any other community. Within Star Wars, there's, the collecting community in general, then there's the subdivisions, whether you're into helmets, Hot Toys, Funko, books.
Yeah.
Like there's sub communities of every collectible. Then there's the 3D printing, things like that. But when it boils down to it, because I've been in a few of the communities, especially Funko and Lego, those have been my big two, nothing compares to the card community.
Nothing.
Nothing even touches it or comes close to the level of community support. Just, it's insane. And then you build your regulars, you've got your buddies. Like, it doesn't even matter if people just come in and hang out with you. Like, they don't have to buy anything. You just get to talk, catch up, talk about new Star Wars. Like, it's just crazy. The card community, specifically the Star Wars card community, we're small, but I feel like we're growing quite substantially, and it's so nice to see and be a part of that.
Yeah, when I realized this card community was crazy, it was like two things that made me realize it. One was I was watching a stream. It was either like Big Kids or East Coast, and they pulled a nasty dual auto. I forgot what it was. And two people had the characters. One person had one person had the other. The guy that had one of the characters was like, you know what? Give it to her because I already hit big this stream. And I was like, bro, that's like a $5,000 card or a $2,000 card. But like that right there, I'm like, what? I've never seen genuine kindness to a stranger on the internet. And then in my streams, shout out to CB. CB would do this religiously where I would have some higher end items in my shop, and he would buy it and he would say, give it away to the chat. I had it was either $300 or $400 Darth Maul out of 25 from Galaxy in there. He bought it and said, give it away. And I did a giveaway for it. So it's like, and he did stuff like that all the time. So just seeing that, and just people gifting each other things and just being genuinely nice, like how people should be in the real freaking world, it just blows my mind. And it's the same in person. Like at nationals, I'm running into all these strangers on the floor that I would see on Whatnot, at the trade night, in the VIP lounge, and everyone's so nice. It's like it's a different planet, and I love it. That's where I live now.
Yeah, and it is cool, especially in some of your streams. I've seen people like they'll buy packs, buy pulls from the pull box, and just be like, give it away. Like, let someone else have it and enjoy it. And you don't see that like often or really at
No.
all. And it's crazy to be like, are we living in the same world right now? Because once you step outside of Whatnot, it's not like that. And maybe other parts of Whatnot, it's different. But as far as the Star Wars community goes, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's a different world.
Star Wars, yeah, is good for sure. I don't know about I hear horror stories about Pokemon people, sports people. So I don't know about I can't speak for them, but for the Star Wars community, it's the best on Whatnot. Period.
Yeah. And then moving on from, you still have some cards here. I know that on the
Mm,
left you've got your Tracy Easterday, the custom that you got in Japan from her. You've got the sign Hayden. You've got the plaque, helmet, the hot toys. This
yes.
setup, fire. It's like
Thank you.
a shrine to your best friend, essentially.
I know, I know. It just worked out so perfect. So like you said, the Tracy sketch from Japan, I commissioned that and I told her because she had it was either a Mayo or Galaxy sketch that was similar. And it was so funny. I had her on my podcast, and I told her, "Man, I'm looking for this sketch of yours." And I showed her the picture, and she was like, "I bought it off eBay. I have it." I was like, "No, I wanted that sketch." She found her sketch on eBay, the one that I wanted, and she bought it, and she has it. So for Japan, when I found out she's doing commissions, I was like, "Hey, you know that sketch? I want that. It could be the same. It could be a little different. I wanted Hayden Sithai's hood, just like your other sketch. You could do whatever you want. She tweaked it and made it more realistic because a lot of her other ones are more like almost like toonish kind of character-ish. So that I did not see it until she handed it to me in Japan, which was beautiful. And another Japan sketch, the one all the way to the right, Candace Daly, who's the box art on 25 Galaxy. She posted that on Instagram the week before Japan saying, "Hey, I'm gonna have these sketches on my table." I slid in her DM so quick. And I was like, "Hey, can I get that Hayden, the Anakin?" And I paid her right away. That way it was locked in. So I snagged that before anybody at the show had a chance to get it. And then the Anakin in the middle is Tracy Easterday card from Galaxy, Hayden sign, Galaxy Con. That's probably my favorite card in my collection because when he signed that is when he said to me, "I saw your YouTube channel." And he was like, "Man, you got a pretty successful YouTube channel. That's great." Like hearing that from Hayden, it's insane. It's insane. So that card locks that memory in. And then the plaque was signed at Fan Expo Chicago. And it's funny, I wasn't gonna get an auto at Chicago because Chicago, I did the duel with him and Luke, and I think I did no, that was it with him. But when I did that duel, the look and reaction that he gave me when I walked up, it was as if he knew me. And I was like, there's no way Hayden remember me. Cause that was the fourth time I ever met him at that photo. And my boy Navo, he accidentally bought an extra Hayden auto because Hayden's auto sold out. So we're having lunch. He's like, "Yo, I got an extra one. You want it for like $20 cheaper than what I paid?" I was like, "Damn, that way I could go and talk to him and see if he did remember me." And I brought the plaque with me. You know, we always have an emergency plaque just in case, right? So then I go up, get that sign, and the first thing he said to me was, "We've met a few times before, right?" And I was just like, damn, he did remember me. So that's when it started, like, "Oh, you my boy." Cause the literal next week, that was the third week in August. Next weekend, he was in Tampa Bay Comic Con. I brought the helmet to the show. I had him sign it, and then I asked him, "Can you write Anakin is gone on there?" And he was like, "You want the whole quote?" I was like, "Sure," because you know that's extra. So he wrote the whole quote. He wrote Darth Vader. He signed it, and we were just chopping it up the whole time. He was like, "Hey, so where do you call home?" Blah blah blah. We were just going back and forth. That is when I gave him my Japan stickers, pin, and my business card. I gave it the whole little baggie with all of it. I gave it to him early, and I think he must have scanned the QR code, and that took him to my YouTube. Because then the next con 4 months later is when he was like, "I saw your YouTube channel," and it's crazy that that actually worked, and he saw it. I'm assuming that's how he saw it. I mean, there's a chance he maybe found it randomly, but I highly doubt it. Like, there's a big old QR code on there. Maybe he's on a flight. He's like, you know what? Let's take a look, see what this kid's about. So and then we got the Hot Toy Revenge Anakin in the front from Japan. That I hate Hot Toys now because I had to grind so hard to get that. I literally, where's it at? It's right here. I love this thing. I forgot what I paid for this. I paid maybe like 250 or 300 for this illegal exhibitor badge. Don't come for me, Repop. And I got in early every day, but I got in early so I could get in early to go to Hot Toys, and I got it. But I had to pay. Like I had to pay to play. I wasn't trying to run and wait in a long line. And now they're releasing it cheaper with a better stand. Hot Toys, you suck. And then the one behind it is the Battle Damage Vader, which that thing is sexy. So this display, I love it. I love it.
And it's crazy too, because with that hot toy that was supposed to be exclusive to Japan, not only did you pay to get the exhibitor pass, get in early, you then had to lug it all the way from Japan back
I
home.
know. I
And
know.
that box takes hella space. Like, how many other things could you have bought
A lot.
for that? So Hot Toys definitely did a lot of you guys dirty on that. I didn't even try to get into the Hot Toys booth. I was like, there's just no way. And at one point, I was like, you know what? Let me go take a look. There was a line to get into another line, to get
Yeah.
into another line, to get into
Yes.
another. I was like, fuck that.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? YOLO, it is what it is. But I guess not getting it there meant I could have gotten it here. But it's just shitty because the people that did wait in those line after line after line and got it and then lugged it all the way back home, Hot Toys did y'all dirty.
Yep. I'm done with them. I'm done with Hot Toys. I'm done with Funko, and I'm about to be done with Hasbro because they're just ridiculous with their pricing. So tops, you got me, baby.
Tops, you're locked in. You are locked in, 100%. And then there's kind of just a close up of the
Yeah.
helmet, the cards, the sketch, the beautiful sketch. I wish I was into cards so bad because I all the sketches that you guys got, and I remember when we were sitting at that like, wasn't it like an Irish pub
Irish pub.
in
Yeah.
Japan, and you guys all like had your cards out, your custom sketches, BP, Vic, I was like, damn, what the hell? And like that's how I knew. And I was like, man. So next time Nationals trade night, I think is the next time she's like kind of at least popping out
Yep.
that we know of. Commission sketch automatically, maybe two. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I
We'll get
should
50.
I should have did too. Vic did too. She was the only smart one, and hers are fire. So yeah, if she's offers commissions, I'm gonna slide in her DM so quick and pay her for two right away, like right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, and I honestly, you can have creative freedom with it. Anakin, Padme, just give it to me.
Yeah,
Maybe even in Ahsoka, I don't know. Like, I'll let her have creative freedom with it. But her art, top tier, one of my favorite artists for sure. And Candace Daly is definitely up there as well. I feel, and it's
she's
honestly
good.
really cool to see that she's got number one of the new galaxy. She is the box art. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy. That's a big honor. So that's awesome.
Yes.
And then you've kind of under that Anakin shrine, I guess we could say, you do have all your helmets, your Hasbro helmets, but no new helmets in the future.
No, because I don't have space. So there's one on the floor. No, there's like three on the floor. There's four in this case, and there's two over there. It just I would have to get another one of those to put next to it. So not anytime soon, unless I like redo the room or if I move. Like if I were to move and like do another room from scratch, I would buy another one of those right away and do a massive helmet wall. The only one I have on the way for sure, the Amazon exclusive Commander Cody I pre-ordered because I've been waiting for Cody forever. Like I'll ignore Hasbro's pissing me off for everything else. I need that Cody because their Rex, I love it. So yeah, that's the only one that's coming next. But other than that, it's just space, man.
Space is a killer for sure, especially when it comes to collecting.
Yeah.
And then kind of next to it, I know you've got the two DTOFs, but it does
Yep.
look like you've kind of created a plaque DTOF essentially. And I like how you have that displayed because I've been still trying to figure out how I want to display mine. But you've got some big names in there. I mean, you've got Ezra at the top, Amonis Fondi. You've got Ray Park, who that's kind of crazy because he cancels super often.
Yeah.
Right next to him, you've got Mark Hamill, the Luke Skywalker. You've
Yep.
got Lando all the way at the bottom. Wicket,
Yes.
like you've got some crazy names in that case. Do you have more plaques than this, or is this all of them?
There's two more Back to the Future plaques, Doc Brown and Marty McFly over here on this wall, and I think that's all the plaques. I gotta look around. There's just stuff like everywhere. And then the Hayden one that we looked at earlier. But nah, they're pretty much all there. And I still love the plaques because like they just look great. And just like that, like I got them all signed. I have a memory attached to all of them. So I remember all those moments. And that's kind of why I do these autos, because like having that moment with somebody you grew up with, whether it's Mark, above that Shin, above that Rogue from X-Men, to the right, Princess Zelda from Nintendo, below Zelda, the voice of Mario. I've been playing Mario for like 3 decades, and meeting him, like, bro, like, that was crazy. It's freaking Mario. So, it's just I love the plaques. Now it's just shifted to cards, so it'll take less space, but it's the same concept. But I still do love all the plaques that I got signed.
Yeah, I used to initially get my Funko Pop sign, and I still have some of them, and I don't think I'll move away. Like, I'll probably still keep those because those have memories
The
attached to
memory,
them.
yeah.
But the plaques are just so nice to me because they're easy to carry. Like, the Funkos took up so much space. You had to be worried about the pop getting dented, whatever it is.
Yep.
Then you had to put it in a pop protector or whatever, the hard stack. And then that made it even heavier and clunkier to carry around. With these, I feel like unless you're really, 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 really trying to bend it or break it,
Mhm.
it's not going to. Like, they're super solid. They turn out amazing. He customizes them. I love them. I think I just need to figure out how I want to display them in my collection because initially my thought was like if I had like a Lego set or something, I could put the plaque next to it and then just have them like
Yeah.
sporadically. But I like that too. But then I need to find a DTOF because IKEA only sells the weird ones now. So I don't know. It's a work in progress. Gotta figure it out. But I love the plaques. But the
Yeah.
cards are even smaller. So you can get even more. But the
Yep.
plaques I don't feel like take up that much space compared
Nah.
to the pops, So
And depending on your setup and stuff, like you could display it in front of a helmet or a hot toy or an action figure. So a lot of versatility with the plaques for sure. One thing I might try to do is maybe even like frame it, because like you know how there'll be like a frame and it's a picture and then like the autograph like in case like that, like one of
mhm.
those. Like I just thought of that right now. That'd be kind of crazy, and just being an asshole and having the photo signed by Mark Hamill, then the signed plaque underneath and display. Like, yeah, just a couple autos from my boy Luke.
Just a few, and then you get the
Yeah.
card too, you can encase, but
Oh, yeah, throw the card in there. Oh, shoot.
yeah,
That'd be
but I mean,
crazy.
that was my initial thought is get, like, a frame and that I would be able to, like, put them in and then have up on my wall,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's hard to kind of find because 'cause they're similar to the size of, like, a dollar bill, but they're not.
No, you
So
got to go to like Hobby Lobby and have a custom frame made where they mount that in there, and
yep.
like, yeah, yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, so at the moment, we're just figuring it out, but Flex, I love how Flex does it because he has his custom things and, like, he puts them with all his different like, I don't know, he has, like if, like, let's say he's got, like, a Thrawn auto, he has all his Thrawn stuff and then puts the plaque with it, and it looks
So good.
clean. So that's what I wanna kind of get to is kind of figure out, how I can maneuver and do that, but that's the goal. I love how Flex
Yeah.
has it, but honestly, I think space-wise, it would just be easier to put them in a frame and, like, put them up on a wall, but
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
for sure.
And then these, we've got some heavy hitters in this case.
Oh.
And it's honestly crazy because two of them you pulled at the same time.
Yeah, so the 101 Harrison Ford auto, the 101 Hayden Christensen auto, national exclusives. So both of those was crazy. Just bought random packs off eBay for my birthday, ripped the first two back to back 101s. I don't think I've ever seen that done anywhere ever, which was crazy. Behind that, shout out to Bryant. Natalie Portman signed a little card when she was at the studios. So we got the Padme auto in there. And then to the top right, the 101 Mon Mothma auto. That's another Japan Mayo eBay box, a loose eBay box. Stay hitting. And then below it, I got that at a small local card show that never has Star Wars. And one day, this guy, new seller, showed up. He had that, and I literally just my jaw dropped. I stopped, and right away, I'm like, okay, I need this. Like, this is coming home with me today. And it's funny, I literally was looking at Carrie Fisher autos on eBay before because I had Mark, I had Harrison, I wanted Carrie, I wanted the big three, and just getting that Carrie Fisher auto just meant so much. Eventually, I want to get one on a card, right, to match everything. But like just having that, knowing that Carrie Fisher touched this paper and she signed it, it's just so special.
And it's authenticated too, which is like
Yep.
amazing. But speaking of your Han specifically, I know recently PSA put out the top 100 cards,
Yes.
and of the very few Star Wars cards, your Han is on there. I feel like you got to print that out and like kind of maybe pop it, like display it to like
Oh,
I feel
with
like
it?
that's a
Yeah.
crazy accomplishment. I feel like because there was I think like maybe four Star Wars cards, and yours was one of them. Like there was only a couple, so I feel like that's kind of crazy.
It is, and I was mad at PSA at first because at nationals, every it was 5 days, and every day they would post this was graded today. So they would post like 5, 10 cards that were graded on site at the show. And I'm waiting. I'm like, bro, you're really not gonna post a freaking PSA 10 101 Han as like got graded today. All 5 days they never posted it. I was like, ah. So May the 4th came and or no, I think it was May the 4th. Something came and they posted it. I'm like, all right, good. There it is. There it is. So they posted it once on their Instagram, and then like recently, the top 100 graded at nationals, and there was only two Star Wars cards out of the 100. Both of them were super fractor. The other one was the triple auto of Sam, Ewan, and Hayden, but it was a PSA 8. Get out of here. But and they posted that, and that was really, really cool. I wish that was like a printed booklet, I would buy it. And but I think it's just on the website. So it was so cool. Like, yo, that's my card. It's in the top 100. That's crazy.
I'm sure you could like print it out or figure out some way to,
Oh
but
yeah,
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 I
yeah.
mean, 2 out of 100 is crazy, and one of them is yours,
Yup.
and it was the only 10 out of both, so definitely a huge accomplishment to, have pulled both of those at the same time, 2 different packs, and then
Yeah.
was the Hayden graded, or did you just get it authenticated?
So at nationals, this is the only time I've ever seen this option. You could put a minimum grade requirement, and if it doesn't meet that, they'll just authenticate it. So for all three of them, I wanted to be a 10, if not authenticate it. Because originally I was just gonna authenticate it just so it was safe, slabbed up. But when I saw that, I'm like, I literally have nothing to lose. And I won on that Han because I never thought in a million years it would have been a 10.
Wow. That's actually I kinda like that option because I think a lot of people put money into getting it graded, and then they're kinda disappointed with the
Disappointed.
grade that they get. So, yeah, I mean, if it don't get a 10, don't grade it, just authenticate it and call it a day, move on. I wish that was, like, more readily offered
Yeah,
situation,
I
but,
think it's only because it's at nationals and you're paying $300 for same day grading. So it's like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's not cheap. It wasn't cheap.
Yeah. Well, definitely some huge cards. And then you've got a bunch of gunships. I don't think much has changed here compared to the last time I had you on,
No,
but
I love my
do.
gunships.
Yeah, they're crazy. But I do like that Mortis, like, is it a coin? Like a
Yeah, it's a
challenge
coin.
coin?
It's a giant challenge coin. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Might
Yes.
have to get one. I don't know where you got it from, but might have to acquire one at some point.
Yes.
And then the last picture that you sent me, I believe this sits behind your monitor.
Yep.
Um, all your pictures, and I'm sure you have even more now.
There's like 4 or 5 of them. There's no wall space. I gotta take down some of the TVC so I could add them. But like, I got all these photo ops. I had all these amazing experiences. I'm getting my money's worth because I see them every day. They're right here. I'm here every day. I was here every day for YouTube or streaming. Now I'm here every day for whatnot. So regardless, it's always there. And like if I talk about it on a podcast or while I'm live, or if people are like, "Hey, have you met so and so?" Yeah, it's right there actually. There's when I met Punisher and Daredevil. There's me and Hayden and Ewan. There's me and Marty McFly and Doc Brown, Back to the Future. So all those experiences, I remember every single one like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, you just pretty much have to take your phone, hold it up, and it's right there. You can show them. But That's awesome. You definitely have a lot of really cool experiences. A ton of pictures with Hayden and Ewan, the boys,
The
but some other
boys.
big names. Sam, who was at Rebel Scum Con, which was crazy. The Boba Boys.
Yes,
So
that was, man. I remember walking up and and Tem was like, "Hey, that's a nice shirt. I need to get that up off ya. That's a really nice shirt." Like he's just they're just such a vibe, man. Oh
his favorite is when he says like "on my bantha," or
yeah,
however he says it, and I'm like
isn't it like a bantha? No, what does he say?
something. Yeah, it's
What
something
does
like
he say?
I think it's
Oh
like
man,
a on my like a bantha. Yeah, I don't know. You do a good impression of it when you do it on Whatnot, but when
a
I hear him
bantha,
say it in person in like an interview or something,
like a bantha.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But those were all the pictures that you sent me, and I don't believe I was doing this last time when I had you on, but I've added these two kind of closing questions.
Yes.
And the second to last is what is your most valuable or favorite piece in your collection? Like whether it's just most valuable to you because of a memory, it could be monetary, which is probably one of your cards back there, but what is your favorite piece in your collection?
The Hayden auto from GalaxyCon, because like I've been working hard on YouTube for 3 years, and for Hayden Christensen to, as he's signing that card, to say he saw my channel and he seemed impressed. Because like he said that he saw my channel, and he was like, it's a pretty popular channel, and that was at the autograph in the morning. The photo was in the afternoon, so I walk up for the photo, and the photos are quick. He jumped in front of me, and he wanted to talk about it more. He was like, "Hey man, so that's a pretty impressive YouTube channel you got there. How's everything going with it?" And we were just talking about my channel, and everyone's yelling, "Photo, stand there for the photo." But me and him were just talking about my channel. That is just, it blows my mind. And I'm so glad I made that impulse decision to go on that trip to Columbus, Ohio in December for no reason but just to get a Hayden auto. And like yeah, that's the most valuable, like, my favorite piece in the collection, just because that memory, the chosen one saying like he saw my channel. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I think I mean maybe there's others that aren't like very public with it, but I think you're one of the very few handfuls that I think he's like actually recognized their channel. I think there's Theory and there's you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
At least that I know of. I mean, maybe he knows others and we just don't know about it, but
Yeah, maybe.
it's insane. That is insane.
Yeah.
So. And then my last question is since this is a collecting based podcast, if you could give one piece of advice to other collectors out there, what would it be?
Ooh, buy what you like. Try to get it on sale, because everything goes on sale. Almost everything goes on sale, right? But that's the biggest thing. Is just buy what you like. Try not to be a completionist, because that will drive you crazy no matter what you collect. But yeah, just buy what you like and just try and get the best deal that you can, because like you never know, because you don't want to pay all this money, and then I'm at Ross and you're finding the 3-pack there for 14.99, and you paid 60 on Hasbro Pulse for it. So that's the biggest thing, is just learning where you could find deals and just being mindful, because if not, things escalate quickly, and it's not fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's not fun when you realize you don't have any more money. But I would say that's the biggest thing, is buy what you like, do your research, and try to get a deal on it, because everything gets re-released. It's crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised you weren't just like, yeah, just wait till it goes to Ross because a lot of things go to Ross.
Well, yeah, that's when it goes on sale. You might have to wait till it goes to Ross, if that's the sale, or Amazon or whatever. Because well, Ross is usually for like Hasbro. Like Hasbro, don't buy Hasbro no more, guys. Literally, just wait. Funko is about to be deleted. Y'all, it's funny. I was talking to Ricky about it. It's gonna drop on our episode Thursday. But like with Funko being, if they're shut down, do you think that would make the value of their Funkos go up, since they're not being made anymore? Because the value has been downhill for years now.
I
Would
mean,
would people care, or they'd be like, ah,
I don't know because I mean, it's not like it's a super high end collectible. It's not like they were. I mean, some of them, yeah, were limited runs.
yeah,
But like, unfortunately, right now they're going for dirt cheap. Like, you can't even get back anything close to what you paid, even if you paid the minimum for a like even if you paid the minimum, let's say $15, you're not even getting $15 back.
No,
Like maybe 5 if you're lucky.
$5.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe some of the highly sought after ones might kind of
Yeah,
skyrocket, but I think the general like mass of Funko, I don't think so.
yeah, they're dead. It yeah, man. It started in 2022. I saw the downhill begin then.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's sad to say because that was really kind of my starting point,
Yeah,
but and I think that was for a lot of us too. At least that's how I got into the Star Wars community. Made started That was what my YouTube channel started as, was pop reviewing and unboxing. So
yeah,
it's sad to see, but got to turn a new page and move on to different things. But
yep.
that was all that I had for today. So is there anything else you wanted to talk about, cover, or we could wrap up?
Nah, the only other thing on my channel, guys, if anybody's interested in going to Japan, not Japan Celebration, I'm just watching the videos, to a Los Angeles Celebration, the last Monday of every month, I do a live stream at 6 p.m. answering questions. So this month, it's the 24th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Swing by and we're going to just chop it up about Celebration LA. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for having me on again. This was a blast, Lex.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a pleasure getting to talk to you, hang out with you in person. It's always just a good time, and to have you on as my first returning guest, I think is truly
Yes.
an honor. So it was a pleasure getting to have you on. If you guys aren't already following him, which I'm sure you are, please check out all of his links down below. Go check out his whatnot. Check out his YouTube. He's got a ton of stuff coming up. He's even going to a card show in LA, essentially to just go check out for Celebration.
Yep.
So be sure to go check out his Celebration coverage. He's very committed. Give him a follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Go bookmark his whatnot shows. Go support the homie because that's what we do here. So, but
Yes.
definitely go give him a follow, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.